introduce yourself? Go ahead.
Sure, I'm Green Z-Saber, and I will be running this game, and with me is...
Justin Silverman. I'm the creative director at Retroware, who made Iron Meat.
Okay, so could you describe us to the audience what Iron Meat is?
Iron Meat is a Contra-like, very like Contra 3, where a interdimensional meat monster has taken over the Earth, thanks to illicit experiments on the moon, and your job is to get rid of them all and get to the big bad and save the planet. Pretty tight controls, pretty, classic modern retro type of a game, and that's pretty much all we make here at Retroware.
Okay, and I'll start this off. Are we doing the hard difficulty?
Yeah, I think they said hard, yeah.
Okay. So this game has 8 stages and varying difficulties. With easy, you start with 30 lives. With normal, you have 16 or 15, I can't remember. And hard, you have 8 lives, and the enemies are much tougher the higher the difficulty is. So we're gonna just kick this off with first stage on hard, and then go from there. So you ready to count down?
Sure thing. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
And good luck beating your meat.
Okay. So to start off, I'm gonna wait a little bit, and there's this guy that'll throw a power up. It's required for an achievement, which is not something really obvious. A lot of people tend to miss that. I know I did. I spent quite a while before I figured out that that was the thing.
Yeah, the game has a lot of fun achievements. I think one of the easiest one is shoot a gun in the game. And there's a lot of more difficult ones as well.
Okay, so do you know what all the power-ups do?
Yeah, it depends on which power-up you have, but clearly, much like Contra rules, if you get 2 of the same weapon type, it'll upgrade it, making it stronger. And then there's a few upgrades like making your shots faster, shooting in all directions around you type of a thing, just to help you on your way. Because while you're fighting this invasion, your friends and allies are actually supporting you and getting you weapons and all that kind of stuff. And you see them fighting in the background a lot too. And as you can see, a lot of the your own technology is being used against you, because the meat not only, it's kind of like not only are humans zombified, but so are tools, weapons, tanks, all that sort of stuff.
So each of the weapons have like a letter that corresponds to it. Do you know what the letter stands for? Like, for example, this H. Do you know what that H stands for?
Ooh, pick up the H and we'll see.
Yeah, I lost it.
Yeah, because it shows you an image of it. We actually, when designing this, the head dev is from Russia, and we just kind of picked letters, and there wasn't really a rhyme or reason to that. But when Strictly Limited made the physical edition and a manual, we kind of had to come up with names for things all of a sudden.
Okay.
So some of the things are funny. Like this is like energy canister thrower. It's something like that.
Really?
Yeah, but it's all in the physical manual.
And can MAGFest attendees get the physical?
Yeah. So we actually sold out very quickly the 2 times we put this game out on physical for Switch, especially. And if you go down to the Angry Video Game Nerd booth in the MIVS right now, we actually made the new AVGN game. You can actually get Iron Meat physically on Switch. It's down there right now. We didn't tell anyone. This is me telling you right now. So if you want to buy this game physically, which you cannot get anywhere online, or spend $500 on eBay, just go right downstairs. And we're continually updating this game. Right now we put in a mirror mode. There's a ton of different skins and unlockables and stuff, so there's a lot of replay value here as well. And we will continue to add DLC and things to this game. We just haven't said what or how yet.
So this is the first boss, giant tank. The one thing I really like about this game is how the bosses each have their own theme. Not a lot of games do that. So
Yeah, the music was done by Darkman007, and it is a really hard rockin' classic metal soundtrack. And yeah, every boss has its own theme. And every level has a theme, and not only that, every level and boss has a retro theme too. That's chiptune that you can pick what you like. But the heavy metal's my favorite.
yeah, I like the original one the best, personally. So it's the first stage done. We're off to the second stage. It's more of a vertical level here.
Yep.
So I'm gonna try to go through it somewhat quickly.
Yeah, and much like a retro experience, we didn't want cutscenes or dialogue to kind of gum it all up. So everything's told very, simply and fast.
Yeah, one of my favorite weapons is the U. What's the U stand for?
I think it's like ultra something. It's basically like a railgun laser.
Okay.
But with the dev being Russian, like the English letters didn't really matter.
Okay, so it's like a mostly Russian base, I guess.
Not so much the lettering, but just the dev in general. So he didn't really attribute the power-ups to having meaning anything.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed the game has a lot of Russian names.
Yeah, like this is much like in like a Half-Life 2 kind of way. This is supposed to be like in close to like a St. Petersburg area when the invasion happens, and then the Earth kind of comes together to fight, this threat all at once. I'm
trying to see if I can do this deathless for that achievement. I could go a little faster, but I would probably like die a bit. But...
Yeah, the game can be unforgiving.
Okay, so we have our second boss.
And I love those, Darius-style cutscenes that come in, or not cutscenes, like the little graphics for the bosses.
Yeah, you can see on the hard mode they have those little flames that shoot out. They don't do that in any other difficulty.
Yeah, where they follow you. Yeah, where they go left to right.
And then I usually do this to dodge the cannon.
That's fun.
Yeah, I want to keep this powered up laser for at least the third or fourth stage.
Yeah, you have two weapons right now. You have the laser and the spread shot for better names. Oh, and I love it. You can shoot the level clear things.
Yeah, you get points from you get an extra life for every 20,000 points. So I didn't die in that level, so now I have 10 lives, which I can carry over to the next stage.
Yeah, and there's some leveling up stuff in here as well. And if you do care about story, like you can see the moon in the top there is, it's basically becoming all blood because the moon's being taken over. Basically, the gist is anything that has iron in it can be taken over by the meat entity, which includes your human body because you have iron in you, but especially trains, machines, the moon, the earth. So if you didn't stop this fight, the whole earth would become a meatball, is what we were calling it in the back end.
So is it edible when it becomes infected?
I guess so, but I wouldn't eat it. And we'll talk about other planets and things going on when we get to the towards the end of the game.
I kind of wanted that H, but I guess we'll make do with this.
Well, the issue is when you get a new weapon and switch, you lose the power up on it.
Yeah.
And having the spread shot fully upgraded and the laser is a pretty powerful combo for crowd control and for just hitting bosses. Like right here, this guy takes his own life so he doesn't become part of the meat invasion. So you definitely see as you go through the game your comrades are not having a really good time. That was a great dodge there.
Yeah.
And a lot of really nice pixel art. Most of that was done by the lead dev as well, Ivan. And you'll notice the really nice parallaxing scrolling in the back. I believe there's 5 layers of that.
Yeah, well, As long as I have the U, that's really what matters here.
Yeah, that wasn't, you know,
It wasn't optimal.
that was like a fair, you know.
See, throughout the stage, there's like one weapon that I really want to have, so I will switch to the other weapon. I will be using the other weapon that I'm willing to lose throughout the stage until I get to the boss. I don't know what's up with this guy because he doesn't really do anything.
He's just hanging out, I guess.
We got our S back up at least.
Sometimes in the background you'll notice like an enemy will fly by very far away, and then you'll suddenly see them eventually. Like things like or in the back you see those comets, those meatballs are hitting the Earth, which are further infecting things from the moon. So there is a lot of lore stuff in this, and on our YouTube channel we made a whole lore kind of video, which did pretty well.
I don't really like the E. My nickname for this EU.
Yeah. Yeah, I think B is my favorite. I call my nickname for that's banana because it's like has a weird
crescent shape.
Yeah.
I do like this boss track a lot.
Yeah, the train boss is definitely one that we featured in that animation you saw when we started the game. And I believe, I forgot if this one was named by the fans, because we had a few contests on social media, like, hey, help us name our bosses.
Okay.
And Carry Envoy was a pretty cool one. But you know, this is literally the train that you're also on the entire level. So this is the front section coming back at you, which is fun. You know, there's not a lot of games where you're like on the actual boss the whole time, aside from like a Zelda or a Shadow of the Colossus type thing. So we thought that was really cool.
I gotta be careful with this one because
when he's
still somebody
when he's throwing up guys at you.
Yes, sometimes it'll like hit me on when I try to like go under it.
Yeah, I think just because of the hitbox, the chin or something like that might be it as well.
Okay, got through it.
Yeah.
I have the S still, which will be useful for the next stage. So I'm gonna try to like stay with the regular old gun so I don't lose the S.
Yeah. Yeah, because you have 2 weapon slots and you can switch between them. Like right now he has that spread shot and that normal gun. And if he gets killed with the normal gun, he still has that other one in reserve. So sometimes you have to be a little strategic so you don't lose your weapon or your power up. And you know, it depends what your flavor is. Some people like the more zoomed out levels, like the train, and some people like these more zoomed in levels where you're closer to the fight. I prefer the zoomed out ones because I can see what's going on.
Yeah. That acid that the worm spits is kind of random. Sometimes I can jump over it, sometimes not. And then for that tank enemy, it takes a while to like fully form, and when it fully forms, I can jump over it, but on top of it. But then while it's forming, for some reason I die when I like try to go up on it.
Yeah, it's weird. Like that's an enemy where like sometimes you thought they would be your friend or something like that, but then you know, like that was a explosive barrel with legs. And also, like, I think these things here will kill the enemies running behind you as well.
Right.
So sometimes stage hazards also hurt enemies. Like, they're not immune to it, like, right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really go for any of the enemies in the back. But yeah, most of the time I'm just going to be trying to hold right as much as possible and then kill whatever's in the way. If I see something that looks like dodgeable, I'll try to like stop and kill it.
Yeah, this is a game where you can't really do a like killless mode. Like everything must die.
Okay, I got here with the S. This thing can be a bit annoying to kill without a powered up weapon.
Yeah, and this is definitely a throwback to the Resident Evil movie with the laser hallway.
usually just try to get 2 shots in every time I jump.
Yeah, because you're trying to shoot the guy in the back.
And then some really fast lasers gonna come. Only got one of them.
And then we put the spikes up there because people kept trying to jump away through it. So now it has like a... So like when, especially on our Discord server, or when people talk to Ivan or me on, you know, Twitter or suggestions, generally they go in the game. We're pretty big on fan feedback.
I could take a death there and go slightly faster, but I have 2 weapons that are kind of good, so I want to keep them.
Yeah, I mean this is a, you know, I wouldn't call this like a speed run, but you're definitely trying to get through the game as quickly as you can.
Yeah, and managing your like lives and your weapons is part of that.
Yeah, pretty much every song, and I'm listening to the music, I kind of got lost in that. It's a pretty good one as well. I don't think there's a bad song in this game.
Yeah, they're all pretty nice. I listen to the soundtrack somewhat regularly myself.
Yeah, the whole soundtrack's online as well if you want to listen to it. Some people just rather do that.
Yeah.
And then you just shot that elevator thing so those guys fell down before they could shoot. So sometimes you can activate stage hazards that help you.
Well, I've got enough lives I can probably go through this.
Yeah, you're here at the Green Goop Factory. Because I believe in the lore, this is a secret military base where they're working on an antidote for the meat, which you'll see towards the end of the stage. A lot of enemies coming from all directions, from up top.
Should be almost at the end though.
Yeah, so you blew up the barrel there, which blew up the elevator thing, which made it fall down. So sometimes there's some like Rube Goldberg style stuff, and then see your friends are now helping fight. Yeah, these are the guys with the antidote. And then they spray you with it so you can't get infected, even though we don't say that. Everyone talks in symbols because we don't want to localize all this junky stuff for no reason. And this game did very well internationally, especially in Europe, Russia, China, things like that. And I think because it's not very dialogue heavy and it's all gameplay focused, which we prefer as a studio in general.
Yeah, this thing has a lot of fast attacks in hard mode. He does like the double shockwave, which doesn't do.
This is probably the most varied boss aside from the end boss. Like he's hitting you with his tail through the floor right now, while you mitigate his eye headlight shots. And there's actually a really cool anatomy drawing of this, the big rig monster that we have on a poster that on our website you can get for free. All our games come with free Nintendo Power style posters.
I think it's done.
Yeah. I like when he kind of moonwalks there and dies.
Yeah. And here I try to like stay close to the door because that's where the that's where he's gonna jump to.
Yeah, you steal his. He has like a little ship. He was transporting ships.
And then one other thing with this game, if you have like under the default amount of lives, it'll reset you to the default each time you start a new stage, which is nice.
Yeah, so it's 8 lives per level, not in general. In the future, we might add different modes, like 1 credit clears and that kind of stuff, but...
And those jet engines will kill you if you touch them.
Yeah, the jet engines are funny. There's an achievement if you destroy all your... Because this is like human ship. If you destroy all the jet engines, it'll, like... I forgot what it says, but it says something funny like, why did you do that? Like...
Yeah. Like, why? I think it's the achievement.
Yeah, I think it's just why. It was a lot of fun coming up with the achievements, and all the unlockable skins in this game are really good.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the max rank one personally because it just requires repeating stage over and over again.
There are a few where it's like over and over again. You probably have to beat the game 10 or 12 times to maximize to get everything.
Normally I just grind the first stage for the score.
Yeah, and on hard you're getting more points.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about adding like a score multiplier for?
Yeah, I mean, we are working on new things and potential new DLC and that kind of stuff. Be it story, be it different modes. Like we just, as I said, we added a mirror mode, which flips the entire stages horizontally, and a lot of quality of life changes as well. So, you know, I think people are down. We actually recently went through our every single Steam review that was negative and pulled a lot of that stuff and trying to figure out what would make everyone in the world happy. So, and these guys are transporting the Antidote. That's those big red vials there. And I think they're spraying it all over the city, so they're trying to contain the meat infection. I don't know why they have crushing platforms on a ship, but you know, that was nice right there.
Yeah, and saw blades, it'll...
Well, maybe they're cutting wood, you don't know.
Maybe.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, people always forget to duck there.
Yeah, I've died there a few times, so I kind of ingrained to me at this point.
And this fight's too, because the entire time you're fighting, the boss for this level has been flying around the ship in the background. When you pass those window scenes.
Okay, I have the H, which is what I want for this next boss.
Yeah.
Especially for the last phase, it's really...
Yeah, and this always reminds me of that one level from Sonic 3, the Air Fortress. Forgot the name of it, but...
And then this was something new that was added in a later update, right? If you get 3 of the same weapon.
Yes, this is upgraded. I should have said that earlier. First level is blue, then green, then red. So red is your best weapon. And it does a lot of damage.
And it's got to go off screen before it starts the next phase.
Yeah. And I think this is our second game that has like a Hind-D type of helicopter in it. We're pretty big on those.
Gotta make sure I have the H for the last phase.
Yeah.
And this is why.
Yep, because the H is area of effect kind of a thing.
Yeah, and it'll get rid of all those bubbles.
Yep. The bubbles are not fun.
Yes.
Yeah, it's perfect. And you got a very strategic ball back there. Goodbye, helicopter. And you can see the moon in the background is like now completely like getting transformed as well.
Right.
Yeah, and next up is the city level, which is another zoomed out level, and you know, definitely a really fun one.
There's a lot of, it's pretty chaotic, lots of stuff going on here.
Yep. A lot of, this is definitely one of the more platformy levels compared to the train. Yeah, a lot of stuff like that where you gotta hurry up and wait. And that was a nice use of the iframes to get past the, And you can see that the infection's really having a toll. This whole place is like destroyed, the city. And your goal is to get to the Institute of Teleportation, because there is teleportation in this universe of Iron Meat, kind of like a faux 60s, 70s, 80s futuristic kind of thing, almost like a little Fallout. Hence, like the train looks like a Cold War era train, stuff like that. A lot of dodging, a lot of waiting for platforms.
Yeah, I don't want to hit the blinking ones, the flashing ones.
Yeah.
They fire a shot at you.
Yeah, now you have the triple spread shot, which is, you know, might be one of the best weapons in the game.
Personally, I like the H and the U the best.
Use those in combo, yeah. And that is a good thing with the blinking flying bone bags there. You're so used to shooting everything, and sometimes you have to pull back, and that's one of the rare cases where you have to do that.
I do want H for the upcoming boss, so I'm gonna stick to S in case I die.
Yeah.
It's a lot of.
What power level is your?
They should both be at max.
Okay.
So I don't need to worry about not losing it, unless I accidentally switch to it.
See, that's something I'm probably gonna tell Ivan to put in the game. Maybe you, because right now you can tell your full power right now because you have the little thing under your portrait.
Yeah.
But maybe we should have like an ABC 1, 2, 3 kind of thing, or
yeah,
under the weapon, so you know what tier you're at.
Right. Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, you just saw that when you shot at a projectile came at you. Yeah, so the, you know, tremor creatures pop out of the ground and vomit other creatures. It's a whole thing.
At this point, I don't really care about like
yeah,
other
the
power
pickups,
ups.
yeah, and then you might accidentally. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I have H. That's all I really need.
Yeah. And right there, you have the scatter shot around you, kind of like, oh, not like a shield, but it throws projectiles in every direction.
Yeah, it doesn't last very long though, so I can't use it on this boss.
And now you got the H for that, so you kind of hit.
Yeah, you hit both of them. And I try to aim at the top mouth so I can hit both of them.
While the house drops concrete on you.
Oh, that was close.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm surprised it didn't hit you. And these guys come around and do kind of a roll. So now you gotta contend with the one on the ground and them throwing stuff at you at the top.
Okay, we got the last phase. There's a couple of nice achievements related to this.
Yeah, I think there's
phase.
2 where you could destroy all those generators, or you can just shoot the eye and not them.
Okay, there we go. I have an extra life for the next stage.
Yeah.
So this is more of an auto-scroller, just a matter of killing things as fast as possible.
Yep. Yeah, unlike the shaft, this one's just pushing you up to get to that teleporter on the roof to stop the, you know, the henchman, as it were. The guy who started it all, actually, the rogue scientist. Because much like a game like Doom, you're just a soldier who's having a bad day. And those guys are cool because they're actually throwing their heads off at you that are exploding.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And I think the snipers, I think it is also their face and arm or something like that.
One thing I like about this laser is that you can like split it into different parts if you like move quick enough.
Yeah.
So you can like hit multiple things in different directions.
And then you'll see your own comrades running by, trying to help you still.
I don't want to get that B power up because I like the laser a little better for this.
Yeah, that guy definitely wasn't trying to help you then, I guess. And this is the point where the meat invaded from the moon. There's a teleporter from Earth to the moon, and this is where it all happened, and that's why this building's like kind of completely converted on the inside. You can see in the background with all those parallaxing meat things.
Okay, that should be the last of them after this.
Oh.
It's fine, I have the powered up H.
Yeah, you got the H, yeah.
Actually, now that I have like just the H and the N, I'm willing to take a few intentional deaths to like get more damage in on this boss.
So this guy's all powered up on meat energy. Became corrupted. He's the scientist from the cutscene in the beginning of the game. And you'll see the portal in the background that's connected to the moon.
Okay, this is where I take a few deaths so I can like just wail on him. I guess I should take it a little earlier.
Yeah, because you need those iframes just to open up on them.
Yeah. Don't think I'm gonna do it this time though. I need to die like as early as possible for it to be worth it.
Because I think you just get him to the next phase. I don't think you can like defeat him here.
Right. I think this should be at
Yeah.
the last phase here.
And it's cool because he lifts up bodies of your comrades as platforms. And you just gotta avoid.
There we go, it's done.
And because he did such a bad job, the real bad guy grabs him and brings him back. And you follow right behind.
And then this
I think it's the
one
only
of few
level
stages where you can't
you
shoot the
can't
level.
shoot level select, yeah, level clear.
Yeah, not that it matters because we're under 8 lives anyways.
And you can see the earth in the background is just completely, you know, getting covered in meat and infected. And we also kind of, I guess in terms of science, we said with all the meat on the moon, the mass went up, and that's why the gravity is just like Earth. Because we didn't want to have to explain that.
Okay.
You're like, why isn't the moon low gravity? And we're like, the moon's heavier now.
Okay, makes sense. I can like jump past that tank actually, but
Yeah.
I have 2 powered up weapons, so I'm gonna play it a little safer. Just because, you know, losing them would be kind of bad. Although I mostly want the H.
Yeah, the H is good.
Yeah, for the next boss.
Mm-hmm. And this one, yeah, because there's a mini boss and then the final. Yeah, now you got a fully powered up U laser.
Oh, shoot.
Not anymore.
As long as I have the H, it's all good.
Yeah. And then this was the secret
Oh, I have
moon
U.
base where the infection started from. You know, and much like a Doom situation, you just don't want to mess with interdimensional portal travel. A little Event Horizon, like a lot of our games, especially a game like Prison City that we've had here before as well, we kind of riff a lot from movies and sci-fi that we like while trying to make it unique. I like that you can stand there, that's fun.
And this theme is like my favorite regular level theme, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this song actually became the final trailer music for the game too. We also like it. Yeah, I like that gun. That's the banana gun.
Yep. It's DPS is kind of low though, so that's why I
yeah.
don't use
Maybe
it that
if
often.
it's charged with the you know, I don't know why they need this hallway at this base, but And here's where we find out what happened to Yuri when he was pulled through the portal. Having a bad time. And yeah, this is why you have that H for the...
Yeah, this is why I want H, so I can hit both of them by just shooting at the center.
And what's funny is, like, I've played this game a ton, and playtesting and all that, like, we don't even think about those things. It's definitely more of a speedrunner,
And then here I want to, like, shoot to the side of this thing because of the green ooze it's dropping.
Yeah, and you want to stop the things from coming, the grubs from coming through as well.
Now we're at the final phase, which is actually like one of the easiest final phases.
And that's fun. The like one of the main bad guys in the game just exploded in blood and gore. And this is another one where you could get an achievement for killing the brain without killing the eyes.
Yeah, but I can't do that with the.
No, it's
I'm
the
not
H.
using the H.
LR. Yeah. And this gets us to the final confrontation. Because you assume that Yuri was the big bad, but there's something else waiting for you.
I do want H for the last form, or U. So this is decent. I'm hoping to get a U in one of these, but we'll see. It's not what I want.
This is a pretty good song too.
Yeah. I like the previous stage better, but this one's pretty good. They're all pretty good.
Yeah, you're pretty good on the lasers.
I could have just taken a death and gone through that, but just want to like oh, okay, there's a U. Just want to like have as many lives as possible, just in case.
Yeah.
Because if I die pretty early in this final boss, it'll be kind of like an uphill battle.
And you just picked up another life. And here comes the ultimate big bad, and what the game is named after.
It's a giant skeleton.
This is for my Mass Effect 2 girlies. You blow up his eyes and they come out to fight you. Yeah, and the H is very good for that bubble control.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, cool. Didn't lose any lives here. This one's pretty easy. You can just stand in place and just jump as the shot comes towards you, and then
yeah, while you dodge his fist blast and all that. That was close.
Alright, cool.
So you have one more eye, which is a different pattern than his right eye.
That's fine. I'm getting pretty close anyways.
Yeah.
I might just like take a few damage death for the iframes here. Like that.
and then that's the main bad right now, the first Iron Meat cell that came through the portal. It turns your legs into meat, or I guess it covers them, and then it runs for you. So he's not in control of the character right now except for shooting, which means he has to dodge all these bubbles or while shooting the enemy.
Okay, there we go. That's the final boss.
Yeah, final boss defeated.
Now we got one last.
You think it's done, but you got to have that aliens get out of dodge.
Yeah, this escape sequence isn't really difficult. It's there's definitely no danger of dying other than the timer running out.
Yeah, those which I think is an achievement. You just let the time run out, but those falling pieces won't hurt you.
Yeah.
Though I always watch people dodge them.
I definitely did that my first time through, and later realized that they don't hurt you at all.
And there's your pal Sasha from the beginning of the game, who kind of sent the SOS to begin with. Who we loved, yeah. And you saw one of the pods went to Mars, another one went to Earth. So what happened on the moon the whole time? What happened? What's gonna happen at Mars? That's stuff we might explore in the future.
Oh, it's time, by the way. Yeah, we escape and then the game's finally beaten.
Yeah, I guess technically jumping in the pod is the final thing.
Yep. And then now we've watched the moon.
The moon's not having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Then your ship flies in and blows up, and I guess you died. Oops. But, you know, we're pretty big. We have post-credit sequences though, so that's always fun.
Okay, see if you can spot yourself in the credits.
Yeah, pretty. Yeah, very small team, mostly one main dev, but a lot of support people, and a lot of artists that did all the skins in the game, which we didn't really go through, but that's fine. And you can see the all the troopers on Earth in victory as the meat explodes, now that it's no longer controlled by the moon monster guy. We're kind of going by vampire rules there. There's me. Hooray. They're gonna shoot me with fire. Great.
All things considered, it's a pretty smooth run.
Yeah.
I wonder what my time was. And normally, like when I play this, it's like a 45-ish minutes for hard.
Funny little Saving Private Ryan shoot the tank scene there. Yeah, they turn off the portal.
So I guess for the folks who weren't here previously, how can you get this game?
Yeah, so Iron Meat is on all platforms. You know, Steam, PlayStation, Switch, Xbox, older and newer systems. And if you go down to the 8 Angry Video Game Nerd booth, because we also do that game at Retroware, it's we have a physical copy of this game too, which we didn't really tell anyone about, so you can go buy that down there when you're at the Mivs indie area next to the arcade. They're taking pictures with the dead train. That's fun. And here's a little press F to pay respects, and then what that is in Russian as well.
Oh, that's a nice touch.
Yeah. And then we see that the moon has exploded, and our heroes survived on a nice beach in Sochi. But what's cool is now when you go to the main menu, you'll see a blood ring around Earth, which is fun. So the moon has been blown up. In the lore kind of stuff, we said that all that blood's gonna form a giant blood moon eventually, so you don't have to worry about. Because everyone's like, "What about the tides?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, shut up! Don't worry about it." gotta like fight everyone. So we like just watch the YouTube videos we make, and that'll figure it out. But yeah, great run.
Thank you. What's my time for that?
Yeah, what's time?
Oh, I guess that's
Oh,
technically a world record then.
yeah, we did it, a world record.
Yeah, because nobody runs hard, and like most of my times are like 45 minutes, so I guess
Yeah.
we can call it a world record. Only here at MAGFest.
We're gonna say that technically counts, right?
Great.
All right, and I have another run coming up, so thank you for
Yeah, that's me, yeah.
being with me.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, we'll probably do this again sometime with
Yeah.
another game.
What run are you doing next?
Gimmick.
Gimmick? Gimmick is a fun
Oh,
one.
it's more than just gimmick, my friend. We have a special little guest actually joining him for gimmick. The composer of the game himself, Masayoshi Kagima, is joining during that run, and we're very excited.
Great.